Yo, what's going on, guys? Shake and Bake back, and on the screen, that's NBA 2K15. Unfortunately, I do not have it. This is the live stream from NBA 2K. They did their annual Ronnie versus LD this year, and they actually had all the developers in there with them in the live stream room, which is actually pretty sick. You guys get to see a quick look at the menus and everything like that, and they show off a lot of features in the game. They talk about a lot of things that we've not seen at this point, and they also say there's going to be a lot of features coming over the next few days to be revealed. They've already talked about that, but yeah, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some of the things. I'm going to let you listen into the pregame intro with Shaq and Ernie, even though it's very, very quiet. It was almost like impossible to hear from them. But yeah, I'll have it as loud as I can make it, so tune in. And then I'll talk about the gameplay, and I'll even let you watch the gameplay at the end in full.
I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Chicago Bulls. And for the Bulls, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. Hey, Shaq, let's talk about Pau Gasol. One of the most versatile seven-footers you can find. What makes him so good?
Ernie, he can do it all. He can post up, he can face up, he can pass, dribble, shoot, defend. But the question is he better than Marc Gasol? Things that make you go, Ernie.
Doesn't make me go,
Well, it mess up my ending. It sounded nice.
So what makes him so good?
Like I say, he can do it all, Ernie. But is he better than his brother? Things that make you go,
Doesn't make me go.
Nice, Ernie. Way to back me up this time.
You're absolutely right. Spot on, as always. Let's go to Kevin Harlan, courtside.
So just a...
Alright, I'm back, and yeah, as you guys can see on the screen, this is another new addition. This is the actual national anthem, and they've got someone singing it and everything. It's actually pretty nice. They did a good job with this. I like the presentation. It's really respectful, and it's just, I don't know, it's very American. I love it. I love how they finally added this, because I don't know why this wasn't in the game before, and it looks nice. But yeah, just another small feature that they added. Now, I will tell you guys right now that unfortunately for us, I feel like most of us watch and like to play on the 2K cam. Some people like the broadcast and the Beluba cam, which is actually made by Mike Wang, which you can see right there. He's, I'm trying to see, he's all the way next to Ronnie on the right, in that, I couldn't really tell. It's kind of hard. But yeah, he actually made the cam, Beluba, and it's actually Beluba 2.0, but sadly, most of us like to watch on the 2K cam, so we don't have too much of that. I will include the full last quarter where they have the cam, you know, in the bottom corner where you can actually see the scoreboard, and you can actually listen into them during the last fourth quarter of the game. So you guys have 10 minutes about full gameplay. I will link the entire thing down below if you do want to see that. You know, you can see it unedited. You can see it with all the little pop-ups for the promo and everything, the pre-order. They were really pushing that. But hey, it's a pretty good deal. I'm not gonna lie. You get a lot of free stuff. You get some VC as they throw up the alley-oop right there to Wesley Johnson. Alley-oops are looking clean as well, but I'll talk about a few things I definitely did notice, and the first one right here is the Gatorade timeout, and it looks clean. This reminded me a lot of just 2000 and I feel like 2K9? Yeah, I don't know, I feel like the timeout thing, it used to be so much more in-depth, and now it's getting back to that. Look at all these just things you can change, and there's even more than that. When you go to defensive settings, there's so many. Look at the options: on-ball pressure, off-ball pressure, force direction, screen, hedging, post. And there's multiple options for all of those where you can choose you want to do this, you want to do that, and like you can choose how much you want to do each point of emphasis. It's really in depth, and I really like that. But yeah, you'll see the first quarter ended. It was 16-10. We didn't even know what the score was the entire time. But yeah, both these guys, I mean, they were missing some shots, I'm not gonna lie, but they weren't taking the best shots they could have probably taken. They also showcased right here the dancers right here. These are the Lakers girls, and they look pretty nice, nothing too crazy. I mean, I don't think anybody is really buying the game for the dancers added, but that's another new feature which they've talked about this year, along with, I think, did they talk about mascots? They talked about the mascots a little, and some different things in the crowd. I didn't really look for a Kobe Fathead, but I'm sure there might be one out there in the crowd at some point. There has to be. There has to be a Kobe Fathead out there somewhere. I can't see one now, but you see they finally do change the camera, and they've got the scoreboard working, and they change it to broadcast, and they don't keep it on 2K. But yeah, that was the promo that they were pushing right there, the 2K15 pre-order and everything like that. Now, unfortunately, it does get in the way when we were trying to watch sometimes, there was some animation that I wanted to point out, and I will, but you almost miss it because of how that was, as you guys see that Wesley Johnson, man, he's getting to the line. Was that? Yeah, that was Wesley Johnson. I was gonna say, I couldn't really tell, but he was actually scoring pretty well, but he couldn't hit his free throws right there. Another thing they did show that was new, it shows his actual free throw rating, and they also showed up in the top corners, you can see, you know, Jimmy Butler or Wesley Johnson, because they're on the same screen. They're on this, they're only playing on one screen. They're playing, you know, player versus player. Whereas if you're playing against someone else, you're only going to see one of those. The other you won't be able to see the other person, who they're controlling and stuff like that, I don't think. That would be kind of weird. I'm hoping not. But yeah, I like how it is. It focuses on, you know, what the player is good at on offense, or if you're on defense. And it also has, like, you know, their playmaking, which is pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff. It gives you basically what they're good at. And it also shows up the badges once you score. Like right there, you saw a volume shooter. I think it was a gold one popped up on the screen. So there's a lot going on during this. I'm sure you can watch it back every time. And you're going to see so much right here as they try and use a pick and roll and try and get something going with a screen. Now, you will see later on during this that screens actually, they're not as easy as one might think. Sometimes you might do it a little too early, and they're going to call the offensive foul, and they did it a lot in this. They were calling it on Ronnie 2K a ton, but you're going to see right here, he's going to come out, he's going to kick it to Jimmy, try and get it into the post. The post game, they've talked about how revamped it is. The spacing looks a lot better, I will say that. They missed right there, but Joakim Noah is there with the rebound. I like his tenacity, and you also saw, I think it was inside score or hustle points or something like that came up in the corner. I couldn't really read the badge. It was too fast. But yeah, there's a lot going on. And look at these nice drill moves by Derrick Rose. I saw that and I was like, ooh, that looked fierce. And then watch this. Ronnie 2K gets in the post. He gets some great up and under fakes, and that was a good move with Joakim Noah. I like to see that. And it's a dream-like up and under. There was a badge there for that, which is pretty sick. So that's the badge that they have for, I guess, the Hakeem Dream Shake. But, or maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's Dream, like, you know, Shake or whatever. They also showcased, you know, trying to take the charges and stuff like that, and how that doesn't really work as much this year, or at least you can't just, you know, charge cheese. Another point that, again, I feel like I'm just flying through things that they've added is the interaction between players in these interviews and coaches. It's no longer just holding the mic to them and them speaking. You see Thibodeau's moving around. He's got his hand. They're interacting. He puts his hand on her arm later on when they're done with the interview. There's just a lot of interaction right there, yeah. There's just a lot of interaction between the two, and they really explained how they've added that. So it's not just people standing there talking with no emotion. It's them interacting. It's like they're actually being interviewed. Now, right here, you get to see the halftime report, which looks a lot better than last year's. I like how they've got this revamped sprint look to it. It just looks clean. I don't know. Maybe that's just me over, you know, gassing it, but I like how Kobe looks right there. They got the, you know, I think it's the leading scorer, leading rebounder, leading assister. And, yeah, it looks nice. And Kobe Bryant with 3 assists? What? That's about as strange as I just said assist. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the halftime report. And you guys will see a couple things coming up. You're going to see what I was talking about as, they were talking about there's a lot of collisions. And right here, you're going to see the offensive screen call against Ronnie 2K and the Bulls. And you gotta be patient with those. That's I guess, something that's new, but that was kind of in last year, too. But, yeah, this is something where you're getting trolled by the pre-order thing, and I guess the ball gets turned over or something. We're going the other way, and it's actually, what is that? Someone, Doug McDermott, thank you, who tries to throw it. I was thinking it was Jimmy Buckets, but nah. Jimmy Buckets can throw down, and Doug McDermott actually tries to dunk over his defender, which is not his strong point. And then, of course, they got called for the offensive foul, but he tries to dunk on him, and it just basically says, no, not today. And that was one thing you saw a lot during this game. And you guys can watch the full, you know, stream if you want to see that. But to be honest, I mean, I saw it plenty of times. And it's one of those things where you won't be dunking over people as easily as you think you would. There was one play where Kobe, there was 3 people in the lane. And he tried to just, you know, go in and tomahawk slam over all of them. And he got some type of bump animation. So I guess that's back. I think it's actually a good thing. You won't see as much of the canned, you know, LeBron, MJ dunks when you're playing my team or my career. You won't see your guy just jumping through like 12 guys in traffic, and there ain't even 12 guys on the floor, but it just seems like they just jump through everyone, and you know what I mean. They just get those automatic dunks, but you'll see right there a nice move, goes through the legs, and finishes with that soft touch. But, yeah, this game became a blowout in the end. Ronnie 2K lost his focus. They were all goofing around. You guys can listen to them. But, yeah, I'm almost done with what I got to say here. I think the gameplay looks good. Another thing I did notice, just from playing a lot of 2K, is that the ball, when you shoot it, it rolls in the rim a little differently. And it actually makes a different sound. I don't know if that's just me being like, that seems different, but it just seems a lot different, and I think it's a good different. But yeah, they also do show off, you know, the new shot. I don't even know what they're calling it. Shot meter, I guess. And it's kind of, I really wasn't paying attention too much in this game, you know, seeing how close you have to get it and stuff like that. But yeah, you guys can watch that if you choose to do that. But I'm going to let the crew, I guess, take it from here. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to check out tomorrow. They will be having a big announcement as they talk about in the end of this. They touch on it a little bit there. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Be sure to leave a like. And if you want to watch the full stream, I'll have a link to it in the description. Or it should be the broadcast link. And yeah, you can go listen to the full one. But I hope you guys did enjoy. And oh, another thing. If you're trying to do fancy or flashy dunks this year, all you have to do is pull back on the right stick while dunking. As you just saw right there, he tried to do it, and he actually got blocked. And we saw they tried to do this a few times and got blocked. It was like 3 or 4 times, and almost every time it got blocked. But I like that feature. It'll be cool for some of the crazy dunkers when you know you're not gonna get blocked. Then you can do it. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Listen to the rest if you want, or watch the gameplay. I don't know. But yeah, peace out.
It's better than, for me at least, it's better than the grades, the slightly early thing, because you can actually see just how off you are, and it's really great if you're playing with teams you're not familiar with or players you're not familiar with. And I like it. And people, you know what, a lot of people are thinking like, oh, I have to stare at this meter all the time. That's totally not true. I don't even look at it anymore. I look at it maybe for a hint, corner of my eye to see where I'm at, but for the most part, you can just look at the animations like you always have and be successful. So. Shimmy shot. Oh.
Guessing the wrong way, Ronnie.
No, my double cam.
Double cam, I spun around it.
He blames it on something
We're also
else.
going to see
No, I'm
the
just
crowd.
saying
We
my
haven't really
double
talked about the crowd yet, but the new crowd for, yeah, the crowd's amazing because they really have peaks and valleys, and you'll see them get excited in close games. And, you know, Staples Center is a little blasé. I've been a couple Laker games in my life.
Feels so good. They look so good, too.
So good.
Oh, before the stream is over, shout out to Shady, big fan.
Shout out to our entire community. We have such an incredible amount of people that really do just immense amounts of work in terms of content, and it's really fun to be a part of.
That was
and
going to be
work
another
with
moving
this.
stream. I was going to lose my mind.
A nice pass.
That's Dunleavy. That's Dunleavy.
He cut.
Slow down,
I got it to him a little bit late.
Now, let's talk
What's
about
some
some of the
plays,
new.
Chris?
Let's talk about some of the new ways you can post pass it right into the post. The pass mechanics into the post, Zach. I know you're.
A variety
Can I make a shot?
of mechanics.
Are you
so
kidding me?
Choose your pass release type. Choose from a bounce pass, a lob, an overhead pass, a flash pass.
I must be shooting like 20% in the second half.
So if you want to guarantee you're going to get a specific type of pass, then you'll want to use those mechanics rather than the standard A button.
You mean cross button?
I thought I was gonna fade off of you, but he ran right around me.
For PS4 users. Jesse's an Xbox guy.
What is your gamer tag?
What's your gamer tag?
Oh, everyone please follow at JBean20. Was that what it is?
Yes. Yes, a lot of insightful tweets. Very.
He'll
Yeah.
probably, if he gets enough followers today, he might release some locker codes.
Oh, love them locker codes by
Please don't throw in a
JB.
locker codes.
Some diamonds.
If he gets 100 new followers today, I just set a Venmo. I'll Venmo $1 to the 100th follower of Jesse Bean.
What is Venmo?
JBean20.
That's quite the prize.
That's, I completely agree.
You can get that dollar. It could be yours. Venmo dollar.
Big Kev just wants to see plays right now. And yeah, we need some plays. We need a good set.
Go strong. Go strong.
Oh,
Noah!
man.
No call.
Yeah, where's
Got
my
hit.
call?
Stamina's definitely seen some work this year. Jesse?
Yeah, definitely. It feels a lot better. How does it feel to you, though, Scott? Have you had any experience with it?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he's kicking out. Tray ball.
That was a good pass.
Oh.
Hey, speaking of fatigue, there's two types of fatigue. There's
Free
shooter
throws, man,
fatigue
these
that's
refs are on my side
been
today.
added, and there's
This is
also
ridiculous.
contact shot fatigue. It's okay, Ronnie.
What is their foul?
Frustration.
Frustration instead of.
Frustration.
Yes.
You're not going to be able to get through a game without playing with your bench players.
Yeah, you
and-
can't do the thing where you take J.R. Smith and shoot, you know,
Yeah.
40 shots a
It'll
game
definitely hurt your.
and be successful.
So what happens if a player?
Success ratio on the shot
What
meter, right?
happens if one player says, "Okay, I'm going to go into this game. I'm going to use Kobe every time down the court and start shooting with him." Shooters fatigue is
Yeah.
something new this
Yeah,
year,
it'll
right?
kick in. It'll kick. You know, based on real life stats, we look at their real life FGAs and see how many shots he can put up in real life, and then we match that to our game. So if he takes too many shots, it goes way over what he's normally taking, then he starts to very quickly degrade his shot percentages.
Where
So-
was the foul there?
We're in the bonus, ladies and gentlemen.
Hacker?
The CPU just reached. This is ridiculous. I didn't hack. That wasn't user.
Mike, keep going on the
What was I
the
talking
volume
about?
shooters.
Oh, volume shooters. Yeah, so volume shooters can shoot more volumes.
Volumes.
Volumes of shots. Shot fatigue going to the paint is actually different. So
Insane.
contact shot fatigue is different. So guys who are stronger, they can go to the rim more over time and be more successful. But the weaker guys, after a few times going in, they're gonna struggle to finish layups, which is what you're probably seeing with some of these guys.
Oh, and he didn't take advantage.
Jalen's cold. That's what those little rings are. Jesse, can you explain the rings under their feet?
That's the new hot and cold streak system that tells you
Oh,
the guy is warm. If he's warm, he'll have one ring. If he's hot, he'll have two rings.
Ah,
And
shoot.
the same for cold. You take
I
the
did
mic
not
back
mean to
from
do
the mic
that.
Whenever you're ready. If you have anything to add, feel free. Or just leave them there for the remainder of the game.
Oh,
Get a
good
lot of
steal.
good thoughts this way, guys.
Are you kidding me?
What was that?
Ryan,
pass?
come on.
I.
So
You got to stop. First and foremost, number one rule, stop.
Absolutely. Number two, no sportsmanship whatsoever. Here we go again. We're going with flaws late in the game, going to the crib. You know, it's just, what are we doing? Online guy probably taps at this moment. It's that.
I haven't made
it's
a
that
shot in the
quit.
second half at all.
Oh, jeez. Oh, here we go.
Frustration
Extend-
foul.
Yeah, there you go. He needs-
Gooseneck. Gooseneck.
I think it's important to note that this game can look very different based on who's playing it.
No,
So,
here's the thing.
I'm just throwing
though.
that out there.
Here's the thing.
I'm not
though.
saying anything.
We are slowing it down, not necessarily playing our style. I think Ronnie and I like to do a little bit more of an up-tempo style, but really showcasing some of the new stuff in the game this year.
It's nice though, because you can play an up-style game.
Yeah.
You can slow it down. You can run
Absolutely.
plays. It looks very different when Czar plays.
So I'd like to change my
Um,
pick, if I can. Is that too late?
I did too. I would change mine.
I was way off.
Surprisingly, this didn't have any type of late game decision, you know, going into it. This was out of hand early. It's third quarter.
And these
Yeah, he
new,
did.
I don't know what to say. I couldn't make a shot.
Ronnie beat me by about 23 when we were sitting in this
I
room
can't
last
believe
night.
that.
So
I got nothing to say.
That's weird. You guys usually have close games too.
Yeah.
The last two then
was a
have
beatdown.
been blowouts.
And Kobe has a 89 rating.
Yes.
89 rating.
89.
Kobe has an 89 rating.
Explain. Explain yourself.
Kobe's 89 rating. He,
Give it up. Give it up, baby.
maybe not. I gotta get closer to my mouth here. Okay, Kobe's 89
That's what she said.
rating.
A little bit closer.
That's what
Guys,
she said.
I can't even focus now. Kobe's 89 rating. Last year he was kind of a shell of himself in his 6 games that he played. I feel like that he's a very high
Cannot
IQ
believe
player.
that.
That's
Not one
inarguable.
Cannot believe that.
If he's not up to his normal Kobe self, that rating might dip. If he returns to form and plays even better, he could find himself in the 90s this year too. So.
Are we doing a selfie on a live?
So
Yeah,
it's
I
too
do.
bad we didn't
First for everything, right?
keep that
Yeah.
comeback code in the game for you.
Yeah.
We never had comeback code.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a
That's
minute.
garbage.
Hey,
That-
man, you know
a lot
last
of
player.
people-
There's never been
believe
comeback code.
Rubber band.
There used to be clutch factor. That went away 2 years ago. But so you're gonna see more blowouts, I think, this year anyway.
I've seen a lot at the GameStop Expo. We saw a lot of bigger, blowouts and just a different, a bigger skill gap, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen that between two head-to-head players, users, user on
Yeah.
user, and then playing the CPU. Good luck playing the CPU. Try playing the Spurs. I take the 7th
You
off
know,
work.
one thing we didn't talk about, by the way, I totally forgot.
Everyone stay in
in
school.
my getting defeated. What's that? We have a we have
Don't
a
skip school to get your game.
well,
School first.
Good segue.
Get your game after.
Good segue.
Do your homework.
Good segue. We have
SAT scores are
a
important.
bunch of midnight launches on Monday night. There's a lot of them. We're gonna give you guys some details in the coming days. But one is in San Francisco that Chris and I will be in attendance. Of course, you guys are more than welcome to come. It's in Union Square. Please attend if you live in the Bay. We'd love to see the fans. There's gonna be NBA athletes at every single one. The one in San Francisco actually has Mitch Richmond, which is kind of awesome.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make it a surprise.
TMC.
well,
He's a super fan.
yes, he's a
big
huge fan. Huge
He
fan.
actually would stay up before going into work and play NBA 2K all night, so that's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
and there's
Shout out to Mitch.
there's other locations. There's an LA location. There's a New York location. We'll be sharing those locations with you guys in the next few days. And then lastly, tune in tomorrow. It is a humongous day. You made an amazing video that I've talked about a lot at this point.
We're excited for that.
We're excited for tomorrow. The unannounced feature, My Park. The
gonna lose their
mystery
minds.
behind what the end of Momentous is. We're really excited to see what you guys think. So tune in tomorrow and tune in for our broadcast next week.
Shut down the internet.
We're gonna break the internet tomorrow.
Good
Right
game,
there.
Ronnie.
Good game,
We are going to
man.
run that one back. I
Yes.
know that for sure.
Sounds good.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Go pre-order.
Thanks, guys.
Got him with the